Before we begin, focus your mind. This case twists through fear, injustice, and a truth that took 15 years to claw its way back into the light. The murder that lied, until DNA forced it to speak. Lynette White was 20 years old when she was found stabbed more than 50 times inside her small flat above a bedding shop in Cardiff on a cold February night in 1988. The walls carried the echoes of a struggle that no one heard in time, and the air inside that room felt as if violence still clung to it. Police rushed into a nightmare, desperate to pull order from chaos. But the chaos grew teeth. Pressure mounted. The city wanted answers. Detectives wanted a killer. And in the fog of fear, suspicion turned toward the wrong direction. 3 local men, known in the neighborhood but strangers to violence, suddenly felt the weight of a homicide investigation they could not understand. The interviews stretched for hours. The questions circled like vultures. Fear and exhaustion settled over them. And somewhere in that room, truth cracked under the weight of everything the police believed they already knew. Confessions appeared, not born from guilt, but from panic. Statements twisted, details bent. The case shape-shifted into a story that fit the pressure, not the reality. The men were convicted. Cardiff celebrated closure, but the truth was still moving quietly beneath the surface. Years passed, the streets changed, the city breathed differently, but something about Lynette's case refused to settle. Somewhere in a storage box, forgotten material waited for a second chance. And then, in the early 2000s, DNA technology caught up with the past. When the samples from Lynette's room were tested again, the results did not whisper. They screamed. The profile belonged to a man who had never been questioned. Someone outside the original investigation. Someone who moved without attracting suspicion. A drifter named Jeffrey Gafoor. Once confronted, he broke quickly, admitting to stabbing Lynette in a moment of explosive violence. His confession was clear, consistent, and impossible to dismiss. The realization spread through Cardiff like a cold wind. The wrong men had gone to prison, their lives bent permanently out of shape, and the real killer had walked free for more than a decade. Forensic truth finally overpowered human error. The overturned convictions became a national scandal, a reminder of how fear can blind and how justice can slip into the hands of the wrong person. Lynette's killer was finally sentenced, but the city still remembers the years that followed her death. Years when the truth was buried under confusion and the echo of a confession that never should have existed. Thanks for watching.